Since I was very young, I have never understood, why does life have to end? It seems like a lot of trouble for God to create us and then let us die. I came to the understanding when I passed retirement age that life is beautiful because it started with a seed of life and the bloom and fall. Imagine a world full of 2,000-year-old humans. As I have grown older, I run slower, but seem to age faster. And then I realized that we don't really die. As a spiritual being, our soul may survive us. Whether it is Judgment Day or the next life, we don't just vanish. At least that is what I believe. However, the same sentimental and romantic thoughts can't be applied to doomed civilizations. Once lost, what's left of the glorious civilization is nothing but buried history. 5 days ago, our team visited Guatemala. In one day, we saw 2 doomed ruins. To get to the post-classic Mayan ruin, they had to pass the 2018 volcano eruption site. 2018 Volcán de Fuego. This is the most active volcano with over 60 eruptions since 1524. Its long list of fury included a 2012 eruption that forced 33,000 people to evacuate. When our team took the tour, they were told 2 things. No one escaped in the death zone during the last eruption. Second, the volcano was still blowing. Despite the great courage displayed by our mystery decoding team, I don't think they would dare to go. Actually, the volcano of fire has been active for so long, but no one thought much of it. Most death occurred south of the volcano. The place we passed by were covered by 2 feet deep of super hot volcanic ash. Rescue efforts were meaningless because no one can survive 1,000-degree heat with stones falling from the sky. And recovery efforts were aborted because when the entire village was gone, who could they even return the body to? And we did not know there had been 4 more eruptions since then. The last one happened on November 18, 2018, only 2 weeks before we got there. When we got there, heavy equipment was digging near one village ruin. However, it did not aim at recovering the dead, but to dig a pathway for new lava to flow to minimize the damages. When our team passed by, the smoke from the volcano was so dense, it blocked the sun and cast a huge shadow. So we asked our tour guide how much more smoke in the June eruption, and she said 3 times more. Sadly, people around the volcano thought life could go on despite the warning signs and then gave their lives for failing to flee. Seeing the sight was devastating because we were told that many of the villagers were poor and had no way to get out even if they wanted to. I can only imagine the fear and utter terror they had and the hopeless feeling when Doomsday dawned on them. And then I thought we would probably feel the same way if we knew Doomsday was coming and we also had no way to get out of harm's way. Then our team's journey continued to Eximche, a not-so-famous Mayan ruin, one of the last Mayan cities taken by the Spanish and abandoned in 1524. We used to call Maya the lost civilization, but personally, I did not know that there were still Mayan cities when the Inquisition started. But the once flourishing Mayan culture was dying even before the Spanish arrived. The Maya language, the only such language in the American continent before Columbus found it, can no longer be seen in ceramics nor stones. If you take a look at the Mayan language, you will see how complicated it is. When the knowledge is too difficult to learn, learning may no longer be a wise choice. Now, stop and think. Are we at that breaking point in our civilization as well? Technology has made obsolete most non-skillful jobs, while the gene modification technology may make most of us obsolete also. Is this a doomsday sign? We are no longer critical in the line of human development, and it is time to be wiped out? I guess I should stop sharing my philosophical views and start sharing the evidence I've found about the coming doomsday. The prediction on the coming doomsday was published 500 years ago by Nostradamus. It is in his Book of Prophecy, Century 3, Quatrain 92, quote, "The world near the last period. Saturn will come back again late. Empire transferred toward the dusky nation. The eye plucked out by the Goshak at Narbonne." And the quatrain following this one in Century 3, Quatrain 93, quote, "In Avignon, the chief of the whole empire will make a stop on the way to desolated Paris. Tricast will hold the anger of the Hannibal. Léons will be poorly consoled for the change." The first line in Quatrain 92 opened the doomsday warning. But how do we know it is about the current France gas tax increase, the Yellow Jacket protest? Because I don't know astrology, I have to skip line 2 and jump to line 3. Isn't it clear that empire transferred toward the dusky nation means the country suffered air pollution problems? And the last line points the origin of the problem. Goshak of Narbonne. Actually, do you know the man who started the protest is Ghislain Coutard of Narbonne? I don't know if we can call Goshak the misspelled Ghislain, but Narbonne was clearly in the quatrain. Then the first line of the next quatrain is about Avignon. Although the riots are all over France, the picture in Avignon was circulated all over the web. And the other two cities, Paris is called desolated, while Léons is called poorly consoled for the change. What was the change? The change on the gas tax increase that infuriated the French people. Could this be what the third line means? Trias will hold the anger of the Hannibal. Because Nostradamus' quatrains do not follow any timeline, they are extremely difficult to decode. But I'm pretty sure we found a clear warning about doomsday through keywords and clusters. Actually, I think Nostradamus put this comment about our findings in the very next quatrain, in Century 3, Quatrain 94, quote, "For 500 years more one will keep count of him, who was the ornament of his time. Then suddenly great light will he give. He who for this century will render them very satisfied." So, for 500 years, people have been reading Nostradamus' work. And he may have had fame, but his is nothing more than an ornament on a Christmas tree. Then suddenly, we have found new ways to understand him. So it is like the tree finally being lit up. Nostradamus' quatrains finally, in this 21st century, will prove to be accurate and helpful. This is Ken Peters. Thank you for watching.